One of the reasons why I love video games is it puts you in the shoes of the characters. Traditional means of storytelling, such as movies and books, involve being an audience. With games, instead of being a spectator to a story that unfolds before you, you become the actor. You become part of the world and the cast. Every decision you either make or is given to you heightens the immersion. And no, I don't mean that it gives rise to potential serial killer tendencies if you blast pixelated guns into virtual people. Video games are a unique art form that combines the age-old mediums of films, novels, graphics, and music into something completely new, interactable. In this video's case, I will be talking about an indie game that I consider a masterpiece. Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. This is a story about two brothers, as the title states. Their names are Naya and Nayi, but let's call them Big Bro and Little Bro. Okay, I'll be breaking down every single thing about this game, from the story, controls, etc., so it's going to contain major spoilers. If you've already played it or you just don't care, then continue watching. The game starts with Little Bro grieving over his mother's grave and having a flashback of her drowning before him as he is helpless to save her. The ghost of his mother appears in order to comfort him, but Big Bro interrupts urgently with his father, who appears ill. Big Bro places him on a wheelbarrow and they attempt to get him to the village doctor. This is the part where we get to control the two brothers for the first time. It can be a little disorienting considering how the controls are actually divided into two. The left half of the controller is used to control Big Bro, while the right half is for Little Bro. It's pretty unusual when compared to most video games, so it does take time to get used to. Heck, this isn't the first time I played this game, and I still stop from time to time to process what I'm doing. Getting their father to the village doctor is an introduction to how the gameplay and the mechanics work. Big Bro's stronger, so he is used to pull the big lever. Lil Bro, on the other hand, is smaller, so his older brother can boost him up to a higher place, allowing him to bring the nearby rope down so Big Bro can climb up, and together they could rotate the two levers to elevate their father. In this game, all they do is grunt and speak gibberish. Though this is one of the game's strengths. Despite the characters never uttering a single word, the story is woven through body language. For example, in this cutscene, the context is conveyed perfectly. I could literally dub it just by examining their actions.
No, sorry, I can't do anything.
Dude, you seriously can't fix our dad?
There is one thing.
What?
Patience. You must set out on a journey. There's a magical tree right here that can cure everything. But be warned, the journey will be dangerous. You will come across lands
And so the brothers are off. Their path is blocked shortly by the town bully who refuses to let them pass despite Big Bro explaining their quest. The bros then slide down a nearby slope to find another way around the bridge. They have to swim through a river, but Little Bro refuses, possibly due to the trauma caused by witnessing his mother drown. So Big Bro swims, letting his younger brother hold on to him. That dickhead shows up and locks them out of the gate, so the brothers attempt to look for an alternative path once again. The bully blocks another gate, so Lil Bro uses his size to his advantage. He squeezes through the bars and rotates a lever that sets a cute little dog free, chasing and scaring the bully into a corner. I really love the world building in this game. It's especially evident in the first portion. Even though you spend most of the game running, climbing, and solving simple puzzles, you can stop by to appreciate the things going on in the background, sit on the bench to admire the view. Though all the people are scripted, it showcases the different lives that inhabit the areas they go through. You can use the two brothers to interact with certain things and people too, like showing your scroll to others or playing ball with a kid, and choosing to throw it down a well. The way both characters interact with different things also give a glimpse to their personalities. Big Bro, being the older one, is more serious and mature. Like in these three scenes, he helps this lady sweep, asks for directions from an old lady, and respects some guy's decision when he refuses to assist them. Little Bro, on the other hand, is immature and playful. Using the same scenes, he balances the lady's broom on his hand, rocks the old lady's chair, and whips this guy to make fun of him. Though certain interactions also reveal some information about them. For example, Big Bro's not good with this cat, and he's terrible at playing the harp. Lil Bro, on the other hand, is an instant hit with the same cat, and is naturally pretty good at strumming. Moving on. After more running, climbing, and going across farmlands, they eventually meet a lone troll grieving. The two brothers approach him with caution, but it's soon revealed that he's actually friendly and is willing to help them on their quest. A common trope in many video games is simply following the NPC once he tells you he'll get you to a certain area. So I love how the troll actually helps them reach their destination in the game. He doesn't just make the brothers follow him, he throws and carries them to places that they would otherwise never reach. He even becomes a bridge for them to walk on. I swear, this troll is way more helpful than some humans. He leads the brothers to a cave filled with minor trolls to save another friendly troll locked up. Little Bro successfully snatches the key from Guard Troll and unlocks her cage, setting her free, but sadly she bails on them. Meanwhile, Guard Troll notices the brothers, so Little Bro tricks him into entering the cage while Big Bro pulls the lever, locking him in. And surprise! Friendly Troll B actually came back for them, but unfortunately she's wounded, so the two brothers have to transport her using conveniently placed levers and platforms. They reach the end of the cave, and Friendly Troll A and B have a nice little reunion, which is shortly interrupted by this violent green troll orc thing popping out. Good thing the orc is all brawn and no brains. Lil Bro acts as a decoy, making the orc smash all the chains and falling to his demise. Troll A picks them up and... Wait, actually he should have pulled them up sooner instead of letting Lil Bro risk his life getting squished by that orc. But anyway, they all happily bid farewell to each other and the bros continue on their journey. The perspective briefly shifts to their father, who is shown gravely ill and worrying about his sons. But the doctor comforts him and tells him not to worry. Meanwhile, the two brothers rest under the starry sky, only for Big Bro to be awakened by a wolf's howl. He grabs a torch and hastily wakes Little Bro up so they could get out of there. After Big Bro wards the wolves off with his torch, they come across a cemetery. They wake the gravedigger up to show them their quest. He points them to the right direction and walks as slow as humanly possible to unlock the gate that's impeding the two brothers' progress. Seriously, it takes him almost 20 seconds to walk to the gate and get it open. A few seconds later, they come across another wolf and both brothers are forced to jump off into rapid waters for safety. They manage to land on a conveniently placed boulder and proceed forward. As they try to climb past the waterfall, the rock that Little Bro is latched on gives up and he falls in the water. Big Bro jumps off, desperate to save Little Bro despite their paths being divided. Little Bro manages to avoid falling to his death and grapples onto a giant dead branch. Big Bro guides him to safety while avoiding some creepy plant monster things. But one of them pops out of nowhere and shoves Little Bro down into the water. Big Bro panics and dives in to save Little Bro. Afterwards, they set off once again. This time, something is very off. The world suddenly looks drunk and dreamlike, and they come across a giant version of their dead mother with their father laying down under the palm of her hand. Big Bro starts to act as strange as everything despite Little Bro's attempts to snap him out of it. Eventually, their mom moves her hand out of the way and Little Bro comes to inspect his dad, possibly trying to revive him as he notices that his dad isn't moving at all. He tries to call Big Bro for help but is surprised when he comes up behind him and proceeds to violently strangle him to death. Back to reality, turns out it was all a dream. The two share a warm embrace as Little Bro wakes up and comes to his senses. They venture forth to another area. Big Bro lays down the scroll and says that they need to go to the tower in the distance by consulting the structure's owner for help. Since the landscape is very steep, they decide to steal 2 mountain goats to ride towards their destination. I'm not sugarcoating the stealing part. Thanking the goats, they go forward to meet some inventor who tells them to set a cog on his elevator, allowing him to reach his house. Big Bro asks if they could use his glider, to which the inventor agrees. Along with the goat riding scene, I love this one too. The game's gorgeous graphics and epic soundtrack really help heighten the adventure and excitement. After crash landing, they reach the giant tower. This part of the game really tests how much you've mastered controlling both brothers at the same time and consecutively. One wrong move and you could fall to your death. Finally reaching the top, they hear cries from an animal. They find an owl griffin thing wounded and caged. Little Bro and Big Bro manage to lift the cage up to free the poor bird. Despite being bloody and tired, the bird offers them a ride to the next area, using up the last ounce of his strength. Big Bro picks up the owl's feather and remembers fishing with his dad. I think this random flashback could signify Big Bro's closeness with his father, while Little Bro is closer to his mother. After it ends, they come across the remains of a war zone infested with the rotting corpses of giants. The brothers push through every obstacle, and I mean every obstacle. From shoving bodies off cliffs, crossing blood-stained waters, to chopping someone's leg off. Jesus, whatever keeps the story going, right? Even Little Bro is questioning how far they're going to go. In the distance, they find some sort of cult who appears to be performing a sacrificial ritual on a poor, helpless maiden. Let's call her Damsel, for obvious reasons. The brothers impersonate the cult's idol by drenching themselves in bloody waters and proceeding to Damsel. Big Bro asks her about the sacred tree's location, to which Damsel agrees to help them. They ride on a boat and sail through icy waters, avoiding treacherous, alien-looking killer whales along the way. Going back to land, they run and climb through the snow till they reach a ghost town filled with armies of snowmen. In order to get through the bridge, the brothers push a catapult through the snowmen and, oh dear god, they're definitely not just made of snow, catapult Damsel and Lil Bro to lower the drawbridge for Big Bro. Shortly after they enter the isolated town, they encounter an invisible Yeti stomping towards wherever he's going. Damsel instructs them to pose as the snowman in order to blend in as the abominable snowman passes by them. After a minute or less of running, they pose as the snowman again to get past the Yeti. And this scene really confirms that he somehow turned the town's inhabitants into snow. Right as they find a building to take shelter in, the Yeti tears it apart and forces them to run for their lives. Good thing he follows them on a weak bridge and falls to his death. Damsel celebrates their victory by randomly acting flirtatious with Big Bro, while Little Bro sighs in disappointment. The brothers follow Damsel across a steep pathway towards a small cave hidden behind a boulder. And this is totally not sketchy. Little Bro stops Big Bro and tells them that they're going the wrong way. Too bad Big Bro is eager to make a little detour. Little Bro sighs once again, and all three of them crouch through a tunnelway and into a larger area. This is when Damsel reveals that she is not as normal as she looks. She's Spider-Woman. Okay, I didn't show the footage earlier, but the foreshadowing leading up to this moment was pretty good. Damsel seemed like a normal girl at first who's just in a hurry to go back home. But she displayed superhuman abilities in the little time she spent accompanying the boys. She could pull the wooden boat while both brothers were seated in with no effort at all. I thought it was for the convenience of the story at first when she ran faster than them too, but then she jumped across this huge gap like it was no problem. I'm pretty sure even Nathan Drake or Lara Croft wouldn't be able to make that jump. Afterwards, she climbs over the locked gate and pulls it wide open with her bare hands. The brothers wake up and find themselves entangled in a sticky situation, to which they rock themselves out of. Big Bro ends up being pinned down as Little Bro attempts to knock Spider-Woman off. It's a slow and brutal fight as Big Bro pulls one of her legs off each time she was down. Once Big Bro pulls her last leg, she manages to pierce his chest right before collapsing to her death. The perspective shifts as their father wakes up and could sense that his son was in danger. The doctor once again eases him back to rest. Little Bro supports Big Bro as they slide down a slope and into their destination. They finally reach the sacred tree on their scroll. Little Bro lets Big Bro settle down and urges him to retrieve the cure on the top of the tree. He hesitates at first but goes off in urgency. At last, the cure. Little Bro takes some of the liquid into his water skin and slides down the tree to return to his brother. He finds Big Bro collapsed and attempts to revive him by giving him the magical water. While the liquid may cure the most obscure diseases, it sadly can't bring the dead back to life. Rain pours down as Little Bro grieves in front of his big brother's corpse. The scene shifts to Big Bro's spirit giving a hug goodbye to his little brother. A heartfelt scene since you spend almost the entire game with the brothers. After the rain stops, Little Bro is seen digging a grave and painstakingly drags Big Bro's body and buries it. The camera shifts to that griffin owl arriving at Little Bro's side and comforting him. Little Bro gives one final look at Big Bro's grave and mounts on the owl, soaring through all the places they've journeyed through. Now, as epic as this scene is, I can't help but feel like the owl was revived for the sake of the plot. Pretty sure it just fainted and died earlier. But anyway, Little Bro gets down from Griffin Owl and goes straight back to the doctor's place. The only problem is, a large body of water blocks his only path through. Little Bro is about to give up when his mother's spirit appears and attempts to give him the push that he needs. But it isn't enough. Okay, this portion of the game might be difficult to grasp if you haven't played it. Remember when I stated that the controls are divided into two? Ever since Big Bro was injured and he died, his part of the controls were useless since, he's not around. Only Little Bro's controls were working. Anyway, Little Bro won't be able to cross this body of water if you only use his controls, but if you hold both Big Bro's and Little Bro's controls, it's as if his spirit helps him swim across the water. This is powerful stuff right here. It's something only you can experience by playing a video game. It really heightens the sense of loss on the controls part and the strength of Little Bro's character development. This continues as you reach the next areas. It's basically the same as the beginning of the game, but without Big Bro. Little Bro manages to pull the heavy lever all on his own and get up the ladder. Reaching the doctor's place, Little Bro stumbles and hands the cure, then collapses from exhaustion after seeing his father get the treatment. An unknown amount of time passes and the scene shifts to Little Bro resting on the beach. He goes up to his home and finds his father paying respects to his mother and brother's grave. His father is up and well thanks to the medicine from the tree. But at what cost? As his father breaks down in tears, Little Bro has come to terms with the loss of his parent and sibling. Growing as a person, a bittersweet ending. I hope you enjoyed my story summary analysis video thingy. It almost clocked 20 minutes. Anyway, like, subscribe, and all that. Also, feel free to leave a comment below on what you thought about the game. Thanks for watching.